This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
So today, we're talking about one of my favorite things, playing games.
Woo, game playing. I don't like it when you play games with me, Bruce.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Quit playing.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be in my head. Thank
It
you.
is. There you go. Enjoy. My gift to you.
Nice.
So there are a lot of different types of games, and now that the weather is gradually starting to become more, well, crappy, we
Less
are
hospitable.
Yeah, we're going to be spending more time inside. The holidays are coming up, so lots of on the video game front, lots of games are going to be coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Are out now that you probably want to pick up. So we're just going to kind of talk about what we're into, what we like, and the kind of things that we play.
Yeah. I'm not a huge video game guy. I know it's shocking.
Luckily, kind sir, I am.
Okay, that's good.
As time permits.
You can speak to all that stuff. I did download recently this Pokemon Go thing.
Yes.
I was into that for about a week.
Yeah.
And it kind of fell off, and it's fun to do when I take the dog out for a walk. It's like something to do a little bit.
Right.
Or an excuse to bring the dog out or play it. But
I know some people were really into it for a while.
Yeah. Well, apparently, like when it first came out, it was hugely popular and people died or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's how
walked
it
off
goes.
cliffs and stuff, which I don't understand. But
yeah, always know your surroundings.
And whatever.
Yeah.
But so that's probably the extent of much of my gaming, video gaming right now.
Yeah. For phone games, I am playing right now Marvel Strike Force, which is basically a bunch of different characters. They fight each other. You level them up. You get to a point with a lot of these games where they're pretty repetitious, and that's kind of where I'm at
start
now.
Paying to get to the whatever, get the cookies or the candies or the
which is super
weapons.
annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
I'm
not. Yeah, I didn't do much of that gaming stuff. I do like more like card games, tabletop games, where you can interact with your friends and hang out and have a beer or whatever.
Any in particular that you're?
When was this? Last year, sometime when we were in Vegas, we played this Werewolves of Miller Hollow.
Nice.
So it's like this weird card game. Everyone gets that you become a character, and you're either like a werewolf or a werewolf hunter or like a villager or whatever.
Nice.
And then you have to like put your head down. The werewolf will like put their head up so that there's like a host or like a narrator for the thing. So and then you put your head down, and then whoever the werewolf hunters are, I don't know, it's kind of complicated. You try to figure out who the werewolf is in your village.
Okay.
And then you all have to be like, so Bruce, you're the werewolf. And then you have to get everyone in the village to say, yes, we agree that you're
you have to convince
the village that that's the werewolf because you're going to kill them.
Oh, all right.
And then, And then if you are the werewolf, you're trying to deflect it and oh no, I think so-and-so is the werewolf or whatever.
Right.
You know? It was kind of fun.
Nice.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah,
there's like different levels to it. And
little role playing in there.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It can be, if you're good at deceiving people,
then it's a great
good
game.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, those kind of games are fun. Let's see what else as far as that goes. There's Cards Against Humanity, which
that's always it can be fun with the right group.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want to maybe pull that out at holiday family gatherings, maybe, but maybe.
Come on over, Grandma. It's time.
On.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't understand.
Yeah, no, you got to play with the right people for sure.
That's always a fun one.
Yeah.
Do you have that game?
I do.
Do you have the huge?
We have a bunch of expansions.
Bigger, blacker box, whatever it's called. Yeah.
And we have a special case to put all of our cards in.
Yeah.
So we were really into it for a while. Shauna, my wife, and I, we were playing with our friends quite a bit. And, after a while, even when you have a lot of cards, you still start to come around back to the same cards. So
they're not as funny. Or,
so we're on a hiatus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that's the thing with that is that you kind of just have to keep getting cards and
Yeah. They make it. We also have this Monopoly card game.
Oh.
So I'm not a big fan of the board game Monopoly because it seems to like never end.
Right.
But the card game actually, it goes really quick and it can change. Like, it's like, oh, you can steal someone's property or steal a group of their property.
Right.
So it, like the game is changing really quick. So like one person can have a bunch of property and then the next couple rounds they have like nothing, you know? So it goes really quick. I like that one.
Nice.
It changes up.
As far as board games, do you play like Settlers of Catan?
I never got into that. I had a group of friends that would do that one.
We've got that.
I didn't quite. I need to just sit down and have it explained and try to play it at least once. And then,
I always find I get too frustrated by the time we're getting to the end, and I'm like, nope. Or
just
the
have to
way
stop
my
partway through.
Yeah, or my play style is a little too like. I'm willing to burn down everything that I have to make my
sacrifice
path.
everything to whatever. Yeah.
So it's maybe.
And then you can't feed your army or something,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah, or you get blocked and you go crazy ways. Sometimes I'll just kind of toward the end be like, you know what, this is not happening. It's not working. And so I'll just make a path that goes kind of in a circle or in a I don't know, what is it, an octagon? Is that the I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah. So it's.
I know it has lots of pieces. And
it does, and you can get
oh boy,
expansions. I think we got the sea expansion. So there's a ton of water around it that you can do something with. I don't know.
Sometimes the way that people start explaining games to me, is like intimidating.
Totally.
And I'm like, I'm already lost and I don't even know what you're talking about.
I am really
like, how about we just sit down and play like a practice?
Yes, that's
round
exactly the way to do it.
And then just let me kind of figure it out.
That's the only way that I learn how to play these things is to actually get in there and play them. When somebody tries to read the rules to me, I don't absorb any of that.
Like, so I don't even know what any of these characters or things are. So when you say them, I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Right. So we've got a few other board games. Pandemic is another one that's there's a pandemic.
Yeah.
And, you have to. It's been a while since we played. We haven't played board games in quite a while, but
no Chutes and Ladders. Or...
Well, my kids are getting into it now. My son likes to. We've been playing games, so he's making his own like board games and things like that, and coming up with the rules and all of that. So
like
he's getting
literally really just making his own,
making up his own rules for games and kind of.
I did that. I made up my own rules for games too. I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. We're going to do this today.
He will draw them out and then bring them in and be like, okay, here's our board. Here's how we're going to play, and we'll go through and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It's
he's quite the creative little guy.
It's been fun. So we've been getting games for the kids that that they can kind of get into. A lot of card games. My daughter's really into some of those. Like there's one with donuts that I can't remember what it's called, but
Exploding Donuts. No,
you lay down donuts and you have to take different cards. There's one called Sushi Go with like happy looking sushi pieces. There's a game called Wig Out, where it's basically just matching and getting all the cards out of your hand in the right amount of time. And I can see that one. It's great playing with kids because you're a little more
memory and
and you're
matching
and you're taking your time and you're kind of doing your thing. But you could play that with adults and it would be cutthroat because you're playing fast. You're throwing down cards, trying to get your hand empty, and So it's a good one.
When I was younger, in the wintertime, my mom and I would play lots of card games like Rummy and Gin and all those kinds of things. So
I was never really into card games. I mean, I think Uno was about as far as I went.
Oh, I love Uno.
I can't shuffle to save my life. So that was something that's just...
What was it? Oh, Phase 10.
Yeah.
That's another cool one. It's sort of a combination of like a couple different games where you have to get like 5 of the same color in one round. And then the next round you have to get... a run or a straight or whatever, you have to do these different 10 phases, obviously. And then whoever gets to that first wins. It's kind of cool.
What about like D&D? Do you play any Dungeons and Dragons?
It seems like it's creeping into my circle of friends. So I might have to try and join a I don't know.
A coven?
I know. I was like, I was supposed to say a coven or I don't know what.
Yeah. No, I really want to play it.
I was totally thinking that. I'm like, I don't know. Is it a coven or what?
The D&D coven. Yeah. I don't know. Squad? I don't know.
That doesn't sound like
No, that's not it at all.
Is there a name?
Campaign.
Oh, campaign. Thank you. I was like, is there an actual name? That doesn't seem like that fits either.
No.
It's got to be more Dungeon and Dragon-y.
Right. We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want to play. It's a game that I've never played, and I really would like to. I'd like to get into a campaign.
Yes,
because it sounds really interesting.
Maybe we can set up our own campaign, Bruce.
That would be cool.
That sounds better.
Yeah. We need to find some people that we can that are willing to suffer through teaching us how to play.
Or maybe Dungeon Masters. Is that a name?
Yes.
That sounds weird.
We need to find a dungeon master. Wait a minute. Suddenly it became something
I was like, wait, is that the word? I don't know.
It seems really cool, and it seems interesting to me. I love the idea that you're kind of, at least from the outside, not knowing much about it, that you're kind of crafting this story as you go along and figuring out how to play within these specific rules. Seems interesting.
Yeah, I want to do that. A friend of ours apparently did a big Kickstarter a while ago, and he is a game designer. He did Dead Till Dawn, which I'm excited to try and play. He was actually one of our most recent models for Bearskin.
Oh, okay.
So,
is it a board game?
It's like a board game. Yeah, I don't know all the specifics about it, but I'm hoping to get one of his games and try and play it.
Zombies,
okay. And yeah. I'm
nice.
Like Dead Till Dawn. I'm sure it's zombies and
Dead Till Dawn,
apocalypse stuff and killing zombies. I'm sure.
Awesome.
That's always a good time.
Yeah, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
It's fun to go into like board game stores. There are a couple here in Portland that you can go to where just like stacks and stacks of board games with all these crazy names. And, it's, I never know where to start. So I'm always kind of looking for something that I would recognize. But, man, you could, there are tons.
There are way too many for me to, So I'm always looking, that is something I like to do is like have people over, play a game, have dinner, whatever, do that kind of thing. It just, seems like the adult thing to do. I don't know.
It's fun to play games. It's fun to, build an evening around it. Yeah.
So I want more recommendations for games. So I think we are going to have to try the D&D thing.
Definitely.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of gaming and adulting, I think we need a beer.
Yes. Yes, we do.
So today's beer, maybe I'll let you pour today.
Today's beer is a classic.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, it is New Belgium's Fat Tire.
Is that Fat P-H-A-T?
Crashed into the microphone there. 1,000 apologies.
Fat Tire.
Fat Tire. It's a good one.
A red American amber. What?
That doesn't look red at all.
I know.
Oh, it's the Belgian white. That's why.
Belgian. Oh. It's like,
surprise.
That doesn't look red.
Yep.
On my Untapped app, so Fat Tire.
There you go.
Belgian white. Okay, I was like, wait, that doesn't look red.
Fat Tire Belgian white, yes.
Belgian style white. Okay.
There we go.
Special release.
Oh, how about that? Fancy.
5.2 ABV.
All right.
And then 12 on the IBU.
A little more in here if you're
so inclined. We'll see. Smooth, citrus, sweet, dry, and esters. What the heck is that?
Esters.
What? I was like, what is that flavor? I don't know what that means.
Sweet.
It looks kind of a hazy beer.
Tastes like a Belgian. It's a drinkable Belgian.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's kind of what you expect from.
Sorry, I'm reading, everyone.
From
I apologize.
Belgian. I'm trying to think of the popular Belgians out there that are.
Popular Belgians. I don't know.
Don't they have kind of a coriander? Am I thinking? Right.
Made with Seville oranges and Indian coriander.
There we go.
Both freshly ground, less than a mile from Fort Collins Brewery. It's a fresh, perfectly sweet, natural tasting Belgian white.
Yeah.
I like this one, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's 100% employee owned.
Easy drinking for sure. Blue Moon is like a similar kind of thing, but I think this is.
Yeah,
I prefer this to a Blue Moon. Blue Moon is a little too for me, whatever that means.
I get it. That's a good one.
I generally don't like much like sweetness, or I don't like happiness in my beers. I want a beer that hits you in the face.
Grit.
Yeah. Strong.
This one's pretty good.
Very distinct.
Add to list.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Follow our list on the Untapped app, guys.
Yep. Untapped, it's our favorite.
Maybe Untapped will send us beer.
Maybe.
Or send us some gear.
I know. Need some Untapped stuff. Untapped stickers or something.
Yep. Taking pictures of the beer.
All right.
Okay. So back to games.
Gaming. We haven't talked about video games.
Okay. You are going to have to take the reign more on this. I don't do a ton of video gaming.
Console gaming.
I try once in a while.
Sure.
Bjorn's likes to play games. I try to play once in a while.
Sure. Do you have a console?
We have a bunch of them.
Nice. Okay.
We have a Wii. We have some PlayStation stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, all the things.
Yeah, I've got PS4 and PC. Well, Macs. I've got computers and PS4. So that is pretty much what we play in this house. And I've recently I'm right now stuck on the new Spider-Man game. It's ridiculous. It's huge. It's a lot of fun.
Is that on the computer?
On PS4.
Okay.
And a lot of swinging around, fighting. It's like an open world Manhattan, basically.
Yeah.
New York City. You've got the whole island. Run around and do all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot of fun.
Just saving people and killing bad guys.
Yeah.
And making out with.
Yep. Swinging down upside down and doing the kiss. Yeah. It's actually really good because they did a really good job of like putting story into the game. Okay. So you're following along with this story, and they do a great job of doing both.
There's a narrative behind it. A little more.
Him in the suit of Spider-Man, but also not, just kind of going through his regular life. And Spider-Man or Peter Parker, whatever, is usually broke, not having a lot of luck in his regular life. Gets evicted through the show, all these different kinds of things. So it's been a lot of fun to play, and they did a really good job with it. You can tell that it was like Marvel was involved with it as opposed to just letting it be this thing that was out there that somebody had destroyed. And I remember that Marvel had said that they were going to do games, but they were going to be very selective and very specific about what they put out.
That's good.
So it's been really good so far. It's a lot of fun. We play a lot of indie games on PS4 because you can, they're not super expensive. So they're made by independent developers. So it's like it can be a 1 or 2 person kind of thing where they're putting something together and putting it out. That we love.
Sounds kind of cool.
It is. And it's fun because they kind of run the spectrum. I mean, something like Spider-Man has been, it's made by hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Big companies doing that. But there's a game that we've been playing for years that I love. It's called Spelunky. And it is basically this, I don't know how to describe it exactly. You pick your character, you go into these different levels where you're kind of going underground, and you're going further and further underground. You have to get past traps and monsters and bats and all these different things. And if you die, you start at the beginning.
Oh, geez.
There's no saving.
There's not like levels where you get like...
It doesn't do any level saves. Okay. So it is...
I think that would frustrate me really.
It's fun.
Because I die a lot when I play games.
Totally. So. It's fun, but it's hardcore, and it's... we've played...
What is your goal?
So you're trying to get to the end, and there are 2 different endings. There's a straightforward ending where you get through, you beat the boss, you're out. There's another one where you have to do all of these different things. You get a key in one level, you take it to a black market, you go through there, you get this thing. You do all these things to get to the big ending of the game.
Okay.
And then you beat it. I've never done that. I've died, I want to say it's like 3,600 times in the game. It keeps track.
Oh,
it's like you've died 3,600 times. You've beat the game 5 times. And I've only beaten it on the straightforward part. I haven't gotten through the hard part. So it's up to 4 players. And it's
are the
amazing.
Graphics like decent and stuff?
The graphics they're kind of old school in a way that is really endearing, that makes it fun.
Okay. Very
unique and very stylized in a way that even if you were playing, it's a game that could have come out, it feels like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an upgrade of the original Spelunky, which this developer also did. And they're about to put out Spelunky 2 next year. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just a cool game to go through. Dying is part of the process.
Yeah.
And you kind of get through that.
Every time I play a game, I'm always like, which character am I?
Right.
And it's like, oh, the one that's dead already.
Yes.
Okay, that's who I am.
Yeah,
like whenever, what is it, like Mortal Kombat or any of those?
Yeah.
Any type of group fighting thing. I'm like, I don't know which one I am.
Right.
I'm like, oh, the dead one. Okay.
Yes.
That's me.
I like a lot of the role-playing stuff. I like a lot of the open-world games where you can run around and you don't have to follow a specific path to get wherever you're going. It's fun to be able to kind of do those and, just get into that.
Yeah. I guess I like just side scroll or whatever.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Where it's just like, just go this way, jump on the thing.
Right.
Fight the thing, whatever. That's easier for me, yeah.
Yeah. On PC, I mean, really the only game that I play on PC is World of Warcraft.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I've been playing that since like 2006, something like that. So, and I will take breaks and then come back to it. And they just put out a new expansion, I think, earlier this year. So it's a lot of fun. They've upgraded it. I mean, it's a totally different game. If you haven't played it in years and you're coming back to it, then there's a lot that makes it fun. Mm-hmm. There's a lot that you can really get into, and it's one of those.
Can you like save your character and like you just keep going?
So I've got a ton of different characters, but I've got some that I've had since like 2006. So. And it kind of just switch off and try different things. And it's fun to have a game like that where you can really get immersed in it and get into the story and create your own character. And I love that. I love all of that stuff. So I feel like the
development of all that stuff.
Yeah. So I feel like something like Dungeons and Dragons would appeal to me.
Yeah. Because you can make a story. Because I think you like develop a character and the powers that it has and stuff.
Right.
I don't know exactly, but
yeah. And I love that idea. And I don't know enough about D&D to know if like, the characters you create, is that something that you carry on that you can always come back to?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are a ton of things. Is it Red Dead Redemption? Red Dead Revolver? I can't remember. One of those. There's a Western game that's coming out that is amazing. The first one.
PC or?
It's a PS4 and maybe Xbox.
Okay.
It looks like it's going to be phenomenal. It's one of those games that everybody is ready for and they're talking about it and all of that. It's supposed to be really cool, a really long game with a lot of in-depth, world building that's gone on there and, definitely for adults.
Oh, so. Did you go to the retro gaming convention?
I did not. Oh, I know.
I totally missed it too.
We even talked about it.
We've been sick and schedules are crazy. It looked like it would have been fun.
Yeah. So there are a lot of games out there. I'm curious what other people are playing right now and what some of their favorites are that they've been playing for a long time.
Yes. Tell us your favorite phone game, favorite card game, tabletop, and then like video game.
Yes. What are you playing? We want to know.
Those 4 or 5, maybe, whatever.
Yep.
And give us recommendations for, I'm not going to say the Dungeon Masters, but for the D&D thing. What are your favorite characters, all that kind of stuff?
Tips for getting started.
Yeah, let us know how to get started with Dungeons and Dragons, because we're both interested in it and have no clue what to do.
Right.
So, all right, guys, thanks for listening.
Yes.
Share with your gaming friends.
Tell your friends.
We want to know what your favorite games are, like Bruce said, and we want to hear from you guys. What are you playing?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.